Hello, Anna. Can you hear me?
Hi, Walter. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, Walter, could you please give me 5 minutes, please?
Of course.
Okay, we're going to start in 5 minutes, right? I'll be back. Give me a second, please.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm here. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, that's cool. How was your day?
It was awful. There was an over voltage, and my computer and my cell phone crashed. So I don't have
Oh,
computer, neither my cell phone. I'm with an old cell phone.
oh, that's
And
terrible.
yes, all my lights and my electronic things crashed.
Yes.
Yes, all. I don't have nothing.
Oh
And
no,
in
that's
this moment,
terrible.
yes, in this moment, my computer and my cell phone was charging, and it
Uh-huh.
crashed. My
So,
TV, cell phone, computer, lights, and my fridge.
oh no, that's terrible. If you have
Yeah.
any problem, right? We just can postpone the class, right?
No, it's okay because I'm in with my old cell phone. But yes, I had problems. I I was in this moment. I was doing the homework, and while I was in the writing part. When I was writing, it happened. Now, sorry, my password and my account was in my cell phone. So I don't know. I don't know the the account now, and I lost all of my contacts. So I don't know how to talk with the coordinator or la coordinadora to resend
In
me
order
my account.
in order to finish the homework.
Yes, of my English lab. I don't know. I don't have my account and my password now.
Oh no, that's terrible. Because we're gonna try it, right? Maybe you have the because I don't have your password or something like that, or your username. The only thing that I have is oh, what's this? The only thing that I have is the how to say oh, give me a second. There was a
My
problem too in 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 the in our coordinate. Well, there was a problem. We had a coordinator, right? She was Sela, right? And today we received a message, right, where it said, "Good afternoon. If somebody of the group, because we have our WhatsApp group of teachers, and this person, Isela, asked for money, right?
okay.
So, and I said, oh, that's weird, right? She asked for 400 this, right? And she told us that she was going to return our money, right? Like lend the money for tomorrow, right? So I don't know if there's the same number, because I just received a message where her number was another person, right? So it was false. I hope nobody made a pass the money. So it was terrible. So if you're
Yes, it's
gonna talk
terrible.
to the coordinator, I'm gonna well, we have another coordinator, right? So I'm gonna send I'm trying to look for the number, but don't send a message to the old coordinator, right? Pasa de que han clonado el número de la antigua coordinadora y estaban
Mhm.
pidiendo el prestado. Entonces, nada extraño que si algún estudiante le hable, so, a second, okay, I'm gonna send this number as soon as I can. Okay, give me a second, okay, I'm passing the number. It is 5. No. Okay, so there you have the new number, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I sent to our meeting chat, right? That's the new number. So please ask to the coordinator. That's her number. And ask how are you gonna do, right? If you need, the only thing that I can help you is to providing the new link, if I can. Pasa cierto tiempo y luego caduca el código de la clase, es decir,
Claro.
la contraseña. But each student has a code, a password to join to the platform, to Pearson platform. But then you need another code to join to our course, right? So if you need again the new code, just let me know, right? And don't worry, I'm gonna assign the homework the last part. Okay, the last part you did. So there's no problem on it. Okay.
Thanks so much, because I did all and I just have to do the writing.
Oh, I
And
can listen to you.
oh, sorry.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Hello.
No, I can't.
Now can you listen? Can you hear me?
Yes, now it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you
So I,
told me that you complete everything, but the only part that you missed because you had a problem, it was the writing. No, yes, the writing part, right?
yeah, just the writing part, and I taught you about the last reading part too, just two segments. I did the
Okay.
test and I did all of the others segments.
Oh, okay. I forgot to tell you. I just present the grades, your scores. Yesterday, no, today at morning, right? So
Okay.
I'm gonna show you at the end of the class if I have the access, right? And
Okay.
what else? Do you remember what part was it about the homework? Then the title of it?
No,
It was
I don't know.
2, right?
Yes, I was in C2. We were in C2.
Okay, present and real conditional, past perfect continuous, that was your homework, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you missed the what's the name? You missed the writing and what else? The reading?
The last reading, it was about flowers, the meaning of flowers.
Okay.
There was a paragraph about meaning of flowers. And I
Oh,
was reading and
that's the one. Oh yes, that's the one. And reading, right?
the writing and the reading.
The writing, oh yes, we only have one part. Okay. So okay, you're gonna have until all right, so you have until today we're on Monday, Tuesday. Is it okay until tomorrow?
I can do if I had the password, but I don't have.
Tomorrow morning, right? You're gonna talk to the coordinator
Okay.
and you're gonna tell her what happened. Once you did, if you need the link again to join to our course, right? I'm gonna send you back the link, okay? Your password, I mean, because we
Okay.
need to password. So I'm gonna give you until Wednesday. I mean, It's
It's
gonna be
okay.
okay. You're not gonna have time. I mean, I'm not. I didn't click on the option to enable timer, so you can do it, right?
Okay.
All right, that's cool. So we actually finished the C2, right? I suppose that we're on Monday, Tuesday. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna sign the next part of the homework, right?
Okay.
About C2, because we already finished the past unreal conditional, the present unreal conditional, past perfect continuous, and should have. We've seen it on this weekend, right? I guess it was. And
Hello?
today, can you listen to me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. I don't know what happened. In my microphone, it's okay. Because I always have problems with the microphone. I receive a notification, right? It appears in my screen. So let's start. Okay, we're gonna look for this new lesson. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay, once you can see it, please let me know.
I can see.
Okay, that's cool. We're gonna learn this week future continuous, object, adjective, clauses. This is gonna help us, this one. And yes, only this one, right? This is gonna help us to write essays, right? As you know, we sometimes want to write something, an essay, and we have problem with how to, about some cases, how to order a or how to structure a sentence, right? So for that reason, we have this lesson. It's not like grammar, but it's like how is it called, language, I guess, right? So then we're gonna continue with passive models, right? And that's gonna be the new lessons that we're gonna learn this week. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and I'm gonna come back here. And okay, this lesson about future continuous, right? It's not something new, right? Remember, when we say continuous, we focus on the progress of an action, right? So let's listen the audio.
When this course is over, I'll be taking a short vacation. Will be taking is the future continuous. And today, we'll be looking at this form. Let's begin.
Okay. I'll be taking, will be looking, are some examples of future continuous. It's very clear, right? We're gonna focus first of all in our timeline we have here. Where is my pen? Okay, so we have the past, we have now, and we have the future. When we say future, could be from this part maybe, but look at these X, right? When we use the continuous form, we're focusing on the progress of an action. That's all. The difference that I have a new time tense, right? So when I say future continuous, we're gonna use the same tense in order to talk about something that we know that is gonna last in the future, right? I'll be taking vacation the next week. So when I say I'll be taking, or I'll taking vacations the next week. It means that maybe it's gonna last 5 days, 1 week, right? 2 weeks, 1 month could be, right? So it is gonna be, or we're gonna have a progressive action, an action that is gonna be in a continuous way. So in this example, we'll be practicing this afternoon. It means that in the future, specifically this afternoon, I'm gonna be practicing, and it's gonna last maybe 2 hours, but the action is gonna be in progress. When I say continuous, it implies the ing form. That's all. This is one of the easiest lessons that we have. So let's listen to the audio.
We use the future continuous to talk about something that will be in progress at a specific time in the future.
We'll be practicing this afternoon.
When we use the future continuous, we aren't interested in when the activity will start or end. It may start before or after the specific time mentioned.
Okay. Okay. So again, we're going to use this time tense to talk about something that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. We'll be practicing this afternoon. It means that it's going to be in progress at some time in the future. In this case, this afternoon. So is there any question until this part?
No, it's okay.
Okay, that's cool. All right, let's continue with the next point.
Remember, we usually don't use continuous forms with non-action verbs.
Okay, this is a curious and interesting example. They be having a headache tomorrow. The verb have, it's an non-action verb, right? Because it doesn't imply an action unless I change the context. For example, when I say having a headache tomorrow, when you have a headache, right? When you have a headache, it means that there is not it's not like, okay, for tomorrow I'm gonna have a headache, right? So that's all, right? I don't plan to have a headache in the future, right? First of all, that when you have a headache, doesn't imply any movement, right? Unless you change the context. For example, when you say having dinner, yes, the situation changed, right? I will be having dinner tomorrow morning, no, tomorrow afternoon with my boss, for example, right? So when you say, and as you can see, I'm changing the context. So when I say having dinner, it implies in some way movement, right? So it depends on each case, but the only thing that you have to think is, does it imply an action? I will be, or I will be knowing, okay? The verb know is a non-action verb. Even if I change the context, there is no way to this verb implies a movement, right? So as you can see, we have some verbs that could be, we can conjugate them with the ing form or not, right? The case of have is a case of no. The verb no, it's a non-action verb. There is not that. Even if I change the context, there's no more, right? I'm not gonna say I will be knowing for tomorrow, or I will be knowing my test for tomorrow. There's no way. It doesn't imply a movement. It doesn't imply an action. That's the reason why it is called non-action verbs. Those verbs that don't imply an action. So the only thing that maybe you have to think is this verb, and ask to yourself, is this verb implying, or could this verb imply an action? It depends on your context. We can see there is a big difference between Dean will be having a headache tomorrow. What time tense could you use? Do you have maybe any option?
Maybe we can use the gonna be or gonna.
How could it? What do you think?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Okay, I couldn't listen to you the last part.
And my question was if, as you know, the verb having in this context can be possible, right? Because you don't plan to have a headache, right? And
yeah.
The other one, because the verb having, right? When you say having a headache, right, it doesn't imply any action. I mean, the verb, right?
Yes.
So instead of saying Dean will be having a headache tomorrow, my question is there any way to say or to change this sentence in order to make sense?
I will be with a headache tomorrow.
Okay, could be, but we don't plan to have headaches, right?
Okay.
So could be as I told you a moment ago, I don't or we don't say tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'm gonna have a headache. Okay.
Yes.
So the thing could be the other situation if I want to change this sentence in a correct way, could be at the moment, right?
Okay.
Now the future. Okay, so I'm gonna say, Dean has a headache tomorrow. Okay, so that's the only possible answer, right?
Okay.
So take care in that part. If you have any verb that it's a non-action verb, just change the context. For example, in this case, we have the future continuous, right? So the possible answer could be for the present, right? For example, I will be knowing the answer, right? That's incorrect because know, the verb know, it's a non-action verb.
Yep.
Right, it's a non-action verb. So how could you change it in a correct way?
I know the answer.
Yes, that's all, right? If you have any, for example, if it's a past continuous, just write it in past. If it's a present continuous, just in present. If it's future, only future, right? Or in other cases, as we've seen in these two examples, just with the present simple. Okay?
Okay.
Simple present. Okay, so the only thing that you have to ask yourself is does it make sense, right? So if your sentence doesn't make sense, you have to change the context. And is this verb imply an action? So if the answer is no, write it in another form, and this form doesn't need to be in the continuous form. Okay.
Okay.
Is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
All right, that's cool. Now we're gonna look a little bit about the structure. See, it's not difficult, right? We're only gonna use the future. So let's listen the other.
We form the future continuous with will be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. We often use contractions with this form.
She'll be waiting for you. Dean won't be playing in the next game.
Okay, we have the, let me check for something. Okay. When we say future time tense, right? We only have two ways to express the future. Could you please help me? The first one is will. How about the other one?
Going to be or going to?
Be going to. Okay,
Be going to.
The second way to express the future. If we're gonna talk about for example, without the continuous form, right? We need to know what is the difference between will and be going to. Do you remember?
Not very good, but I think will is for I don't know how to explain. Be going to be, sorry?
Sorry?
Be going to can be for predictions and will to certain things.
Okay. Well, will are for those cases that we don't plan. Okay, those situations that we don't plan. Be going to when we plan. For example, let's suppose we're gonna have a dinner tonight, right? And then I don't know, for a reason, because I just got some money, I'm gonna say it's the moment to pay the account. So I'm gonna say, oh, don't worry, Wilson, I will pay the count. I will pay the count, right? So I'm using will because it's something that just happened suddenly, right? I didn't plan, okay? But if I'm gonna say, I am going to pay the count, it means that maybe today at morning I said, okay, so I'm gonna pay the count to fee, right? So as I'm planning right now, let's suppose that we're at morning, as I'm planning now, so it is a plan, I'm gonna just be going to. Okay,
Okay.
do you get it?
I couldn't listen very well, but I heard be going to is to a plan.
Yes, when you plan something, for example, you're gonna have vacations the next month, right? So from
Yep.
now, from today, you are planning to have vacations. So you're gonna say, I'm going to travel the next month. But if your boss just call you and she's sorry, and he said, Walter, for tomorrow you're gonna travel because it's an important thing about the company and please, I don't know, I'm gonna see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. At the airport, and you're gonna say, "Oh my God, but what's going on, right? You didn't tell me this before, right? So it was something that you didn't plan. So the boss told you you'll travel tomorrow, right? Because it wasn't a plan. Okay,
Okay.
do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, that's cool. Now we're gonna talk about the structure. We are gonna use the subject. As you know, we're gonna have the auxiliary. This is an auxiliary verb, right? It means that it doesn't have a meaning. So we're gonna use will, the negative want, or will not, right? Contraction, want. And what else? I'm gonna change the color. Then we're gonna use the base form of the verb, right? For example, wait, plus ing, right? This ing is a continuous form of the verb, right? And we're gonna write this example just here, play and ing, okay? And that's all, right? This is the structure, it's very easy. You only have to add so the continuous form, ing to the main verb, right? Wait, waiting, play, watch, watching, call. And you have two options to use the auxiliary. Even if you talk in third person, as you can see, she, him, I'm not changing the auxiliary verb, right? So you have to take care in that part. So it is a stative one. It means that I'm not gonna modify it unless I want to change into the negative form. You can write the whole form will not or want.
Want.
And that's all. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
Okay, that's cool. Let's continue. Well, let's finish with the last point. A moment ago, we talked about be going to. As it is part of the future, right? We're gonna use be going to though. So let's listen the out.
We can also form the future continuous with be going to plus be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. The meaning is the same.
Nick will be playing in the next game.
Or
Nick is going to be playing in the next game.
remember, in conversation and informal writing, we usually use contractions with be going to.
He's going to be playing in the next game.
He isn't going to be sitting the game out.
me a second, please. One of my students talked to me.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. We are gonna continue with this second structure, right? We can also use the future continuous with be going to. So we have the subject. Where is it? Okay, we have the subject. We have be, right? This part can be changed by am. What else? Sorry.
Are and is.
Okay, is and are, right? In our pure, well, it's okay. Is or are, right? But we have three. In the past, could you please help me to remember?
Was and were.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. So you have the option to choose, right? It depends on the subject, right? So the verb to be depends on your subject. So as I'm talking in third person, I'm gonna choose is. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the verb to be. The only thing that you can modify is this part, right? By am, is, or are. Then we have the rest of the sentence, right? Of the structure, sorry. And we're gonna continue with be going to. You can touch this, right? You can modify it. Then another thing that you can modify, right, is the verb, right? So we're gonna continue with no, sorry. In a second. I'm forgetting the verb be. So it is like that, right? I'm not gonna modify this one. It's always going to be it's going to be playing, right? He isn't going to be sitting, right? He's going to be playing a game. He's going to, or I'm going to be watching, right? So I can't change or I can modify this, or even though I can't omit, right, is part of the structure. So take care in this part, right? Those underlined words, no, it is not. Then we have the main verb, right? The main verb, you can modify it, okay? So you can choose wherever verb you want, and it's up to the context. But the only thing that we can't change is going to be. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm always gonna use it. And for sure, the ing at the end of the verb. Nick is going to be playing, right? Or Nick will be playing in the next game, okay? In conversation and informal writing, we usually use the contractions of would be going to, right? So in writing, you can, informal writing, I mean, right? You can't write contractions, right? Avoid contractions in writing. So that will be everything about the lesson. Is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
That's cool. Well, okay, we're gonna practice. Give me a second, please. I'm going to share my screen with you. What is it? Okay. So once you can see my screen, please let me know.
Okay. I can see.
Okay. Number one, please.
The team will be starting practice in an hour.
Could you repeat?
The team will be starting practice in an hour.
Okay.
Dean won't be playing. Talia is going to be getting a promotion soon. Amy will be getting a rise. Talia and Amy are going to be celebrating tonight. At 6 o'clock, I will be watching the news.
Okay, that's cool. So let's submit. And it was easy, right? You've got 6 out of 6. And everything was great. As you've seen, it's the structure, it's not difficult, right? Neither
Yeah.
the use, right? Because we only have one use of this time tense, the future continuous. So there is no problem. Is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
All right, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the next activity. Where is it? Okay. So, okay, are you available to write on the screen to use the remote control or not because you're on cell phone?
No, I am on my cell phone, so I can't.
Okay, don't worry. So, could you please read the instruction?
Okay. Complete the paragraph, type the future continuous from the verbs in parentheses into the blanks.
Okay.
At least with proven nicks in, at last, with proven nicks innocence. Newsline will be reporting the story on tonight's news. And Nick will be given me an exclusive interview tomorrow. Tony is very pleased. I hope
Please?
pleased.
Yes, please.
Tony is very pleased. I hope this means that I will be getting a promotion in a few weeks. I really want to become a reporter. Nick is very relieved. Of course, so is his team. The Soccer Federation will have to reinstate him now, and this means he will be playing in the qualifying match after all. Dean, on the other hand, won't be playing soccer again at any time in the future. I can't believe this is over. I hope this doesn't mean that Nick and I will be spending less time tomorrow together.
Okay, so let's see. We'll be getting. Okay, I want to check my spelling. And let's check. Okay, it was great, right? So, okay. As you know, right? As you remember in our slides, we had this part, right? So I want to clarify this. When we use the future continuous, right? We have two options, right? Let's omit the continuous. Let's talk only about the future simple or a simple future, right? When we say this, we have to check, we have to be sure if I have to use will or be going to, because there is a subtle difference. There is a big difference between will and be going to. But when I'm gonna use it with the continuous form, so it doesn't care if I use with will or be going to. Why? Because as I told you many times, we focus on the action, right? We focus on the progress action, not in the future, right? Because we already know. So take care. If you're gonna use the future, simple future, then you have to be sure if you're gonna use will or be going to. But if you're gonna use the future continuous, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. For that reason, we have in Pearson, the correct answer we have will be, it's going to be reporting, or is going to be reported with a contraction, right? And the same happens with all the options, right? So don't worry. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
Okay, that's cool. Now we're gonna practice our speaking. Give me a second. So, okay. Where is it? Okay. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
I can see.
Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna continue with our practice. We're speaking practice question 1. So I told you we don't have a, well, they don't check if there is no a correct or incorrect answer, right? The only thing that you have to take care and be confident of yourself is how is your grammar structure, if you understand the question, and remember to the question and then the answer, right? To the question and the answer. So this is the first question, right? Okay. So we have, could you please read the direction?
Sorry, I couldn't listen.
Okay, could you please the direction?
Okay. You will now be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. Give yourself 15 seconds to prepare your response. Then record yourself speaking for 45 seconds.
Okay.
Some people enjoy.
Now,
Okay.
oh,
Some people
sorry.
enjoy. Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna have a preparation time, 15 seconds, as I told you the other day for this independent. We have this part, right? We have dependent questions and independent questions, right? This is an independent questions where you can give your opinion about a topic, okay? So the dependent questions are those questions that they ask you to read a test or listen in audio and then, right? So that's the difference. Let's start with the first independent question. Could you please read the instruction? Oh, sorry, the question.
Okay. Some people enjoy taking risks and trying new things. Others are not adventurous. They are cautions and prefer to avoid danger. Which behavior do you think it's better?
Okay, they're cautious and prefer to avoid danger, okay?
Okay.
The pronunciation. And you have to explain why, right? Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, the first step to answer any question is understand the instruction, okay? Understand your question. So, give me a second, please. I'm gonna open my timer. Where is it? Okay. All right. So you're gonna have 15 seconds, okay, to prepare your answer. So your time goes now.
Okay.
Okay, it's time.
Okay.
As you can see, we don't have too much time. So the first step is to, you have to see what is your point. If you, or which behavior do you think is better in this case? The first one or the second one? Once you choose your answer, then you are going to start with your explanation of why, okay? Maybe you could start, for example, I'm gonna answer this question, then you're gonna continue, right?
Okay.
For example, some people enjoy taking risks and trying new things. Okay. Others are not adventurous, they're cautious and prefer to avoid danger. Okay. Which behavior do you think is better? Okay, so this is my question. Which behavior do you think is better? in my opinion, I guess to be, okay, let's suppose that I'm on my 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this one, right? So from now I'm gonna have 45 seconds to answer. Okay, so I'm gonna say, in my opinion, right? I think, or I prefer, which behavior do you think is better? Okay, I think I prefer the second option. Some people uh, are cautious and prefer to avoid danger because I would take care of myself. So when I want to avoid the danger, right? So I don't like and I don't enjoy use these plans like taking risk or whatever plan it includes the risk because I don't know, I'm scared and I had a bad experience, so for that reason I don't like it. Okay, so something
Okay.
like that. Your answer, mine was not good at all because I was thinking in my answer, right? I really don't know which one I would prefer. So
Okay.
the thing that you have to avoid is this I will no I no, that's something that you have to avoid, right? So you have to
Okay.
go direct to the answer. Okay,
Okay.
so you
So,
are going to have 45 seconds from now. Go ahead, please.
okay. I think it's better to be people who enjoy taking risks and trying new things because I think it's better says I tried to do something that what happened if I did something? Because when you take risks, you can know yourself and know your limits. And if you avoid do some things, you never will know what you can do in your life.
Okay, thank you. So you have you did it in 35 seconds, so you have 10 seconds rest. So if you have, because you're going to see your time lapse on your screen, right? It appears like that, I guess. I don't remember. But you're going
Okay.
to have the time on your screen. But if you have, for example, 10 seconds rest because you did it fast, and it's okay, right? It's okay. You have to complete, and I would recommend you, for example, if you finish with, so I really enjoy taking risks and trying new things, and that's part of my work. And I think that you said because we are gonna or we know what is our limit, maybe, right? So from
Okay.
that, you're gonna have 10 seconds rest as your case. So if you have these seconds rest, you may complement with, for that reason, I think it's better taking risk and trying new things. With that, you're gonna have a complete answer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it was better, right? It was a good answer. I didn't notice any spelling mistake or any grammar mistake, so it was cool. I really like your question, but don't forget the thing I mentioned. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. So because we finished, right, everything about the lesson, we're gonna stop until this part. Okay.
Okay. It's okay.
Is there any question maybe?
No, I don't have questions.
Cool. So that will be everything for today. Please don't forget to send a message to the coordinator. I wrote her number in our meeting chat. Okay. So
Okay.
ask about the problem, and if you need any help about the homework, and then just let me know. Okay.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Walter. So I launched the poll. Could you please fill it? Once it's done, let me know.
Okay. It's done.
All right. Thank you. So I'm gonna see you tomorrow at the same hour. Okay.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.